Let's consider in detail the qualifications you need in order to become a professional coach. The two main types of qualifications are university education and football coaching licenses. Coaching licenses include the UEFA C, B, A and Pro licenses we talked about in the previous video. In this video, we are going to concentrate on football-specific university education. Before considering the available coaching courses, the first question that arises is whether higher education is necessary to become a professional coach. To become a full-time paid football coach, you may not need a higher education in the following cases. You can compensate for extensive working experience and results. You coach outside of Europe. Or you've got an influential friend in elite European football who can assist you in landing a coaching role. To be honest, the last option is not applicable for most of us, so let's focus on two other options by starting with extensive work experience. A good example of a football coach who has no particular football education but successfully compensated for extensive experience and results is Maurizio Sarri. Sarri was working as a banker and combined his work with coaching various amateur football clubs in Italy. He did it for 10 years during the 90s until he became the head coach of the Serie D club Sansovino AC. Sansovino were able to pay Sarri a decent salary, allowing him to finally quit his job as a banker. Here you can see a farewell party organized by his banking colleagues in 1999. Another example is the current manager of Bodo Glimt, Kjetil Knutsen, who worked as a coach for various low-tier football clubs in Norway from 1995 to 2016, until 1 year later he was appointed as an assistant coach for Bodo. It's worth mentioning that both Maurizio Sarri and Kjetil Knutsen have never played at a professional level as players. As you can see, you can compensate for the lack of specific education, but it typically takes many years to reach elite football if you choose this option. Another option is if you become a professional coach outside of Europe. In many cases, having only the UEFA B license gives you the opportunity to become a professional coach in countries such as Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, or China. Whether this is an acceptable option for you depends on your personal needs and preferences. If so, you can simply search for a vacancy on websites such as Indeed or Glassdoor. If, however, you want to spare some years in becoming a coach in Europe, then you need to get a professional degree. Let's explore the options that you have when enrolling for a football-specific education. Firstly, you can begin with a bachelor's degree, and if you want to further enhance your qualifications, you may proceed to a master's degree. A typical bachelor degree comprises 3 years of full-time study or 5 to 6 years of part-time study. At the same time, a master's degree usually requires 1 to 2 years of study, either on a full-time or part-time basis, depending on the university. In this video, we will only consider football-specific bachelor's degrees. A bachelor's degree in coaching can be either free of charge or a paid one. Typically, a paid degree offers good teaching quality and is generally available in English. In contrast, a free of charge degree is usually taught in the local language, and the quality often depends on the institution. Let's first consider some examples of paid degrees. Here you can, for example, enroll for a football coaching and performance at the University of South Wales, Man City Community Football Coaching at Manchester Metropolitan University, or sport coaching at the Lithuanian Sports University. All these programs are on campus, so you will need to move to Wales, England, and Lithuania accordingly. Please remember that there are many other programs and it is important to do your own research. I'm providing you with just these few examples where you can find the links in the description of this video. At the Welsh University, you will be studying units such as football coaching pedagogy, performance analysis, strength and conditioning, and football psychology. At Manchester Metropolitan, those are similar and include fundamentals of sport coaching, anatomy and physiology, youth sport, and also either performance analysis or strength and conditioning as optional units. At the Lithuanian Sport University, you will be studying coaching science, biochemistry of sport, sports pedagogy, physiology, and biomechanics. And now the most interesting part, the tuition fees. The tuition fees at the Welsh University for international students are €50,000 per year. At Manchester Metropolitan 23,000 per year, and at the Lithuanian one 5,000 per year. Even though British universities are extremely expensive, they typically offer exceptional teaching quality. As you can see, the tuition fees are very high, especially considering that you also need to cover living expenses while studying. All this means that you can only afford these programs if you already have the necessary financial resources. If not, then let's have a look at some degrees that do not include any tuition fees. German and Austrian universities do not charge tuition fees for international students. Some of the tuition-free degrees in these countries include Sport and Performance at the Sports University in Cologne, Sport Science at the Technical University of Munich, and Sport Science at the University of Vienna. The downside is that you need to know German and still be able to cover your living expenses while studying. Again, you can find the links to these programs in the description to this video. Another option that you should definitely consider is combining your current job with football-specific study without the need to move to another country. This becomes possible if you enroll in a part-time distance learning degree. Distance learning programs are paid degrees, but they allow a high level of flexibility where you don't need to quit your current job. Let's have a look at some examples of distance learning football-specific programs. The first one is a Sport and Exercise Science distance learning degree at Manchester Metropolitan University. This is the course that the author of this video actually undertook. Here you pay around 9,000 euros per year and can complete the entire program in approximately 5 years, while combining it with your main job. Another option is the Sport, Fitness and Coaching program from the Open University that specializes in distance education. Here you pay just 4,000 euros per year and can complete the entire program in 6 years. As always, all the links are in the description. The main downside of distance learning degrees in comparison to classical on-site studies is that they do not offer internships to their students. An internship may serve as a valuable link between the university and the football club. If you complete your internship in a football club during your studies, they may consider hiring you afterwards once you finish your degree. Okay, that's it for today. I understand that all of this may sound complicated, but believe me, having a related degree can provide you with many advantages that will make you a better coach. Would you consider getting a degree?